They keep hacking our communities. What we do now. Yeah, it's not exactly hacking since, the way you had it set up, I could have joined. Why didn't I? Because I don't have another Signal account to burn so that you guys don't come find me. But I know people who already had access to that. Why wasn't I going out and blasting stuff? Well, I didn't know what to actually do with it. But, cut. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. They keep hacking into our communities. What we do now? Yeah, hacking is not the correct terminology for what has happened here. The communities were actually quite open. Anyone could join. So, sad Tifa. This is how I imagine them.
I'm sorry, I can't control my emotions. My professor told me that crying is what a real man does.
Anyways, Mehdi Hassan, abolish ICE now is the moderate position. Prosecute ICE is where the Dems should be at next. Yet, he locked his crap. Yet, fucking Dean Withers. Data Republican. Okay. Of course, me talking about the fraud here and how people are going to forget Mr. Alex Pretty's name incredibly fast. I feel like I should talk about this a little bit. There's a theory going on, and this is the theory I personally believe, that because he had a SIG 320, the gun went off and they thought he had another one, and that's why they executed him. That's why they deleted him. That's the theory that I subscribe to. I don't think it was just cold-blooded, let's just end this guy because we don't like him. No, I don't believe that. I believe, personally, his SIG went off because those things are known for going off incredibly easy. Hey, SIG, if you want me to shut up about how crappy your guns are, 20 grand. Yeah, I'm going to absolutely shit if they ever actually, hand me that money. But yeah, that's what I think happened. Anyways, let's go to Data Republican. Breaking, Signalgate donors list available for download. Politicians plus foreign leadership confirmed. One of the files revealed by Cam Higbee, a resource file, directs people with money to a website, Stand with Minnesota, which directs donors to a campaign run by Tending the Soil on Chuffed. More about Tending the Soil later. What I want to know is the campaign is hosted by Chuffed, and the first donation comes from Johnny Suppotic, a Canada-based community organizer. Wow, the Canadians are getting involved. I did find it interesting that there's been so much propaganda about Canada wanting to take Minnesota. Nah. But download for yourself. Am I going to do this? It's been a couple hours. It's probably already taken off. However, Data Republican, somebody that I think everyone should follow. And I'm going to retweet this. So, gotta make sure Data Republican gets her extra viewership. Okay. But yeah, you're defending open killing of everyday Americans. Well, does anyone actually trust anything she says? Of course not. Damn proud of Minnesota. I'm damn proud of Cam Higbee for uncovering your insurrection. Because, yeah, all this signal crap, it is turning out that there are high levels of people in high levels of Minnesota government that are involved. Oh, I only got 25 views. Oh, well. We invaded the Minneapolis Signal app. It's shit now, they can't use it. It's like, I know people who was in that. The only reason why I wasn't in it is because I don't have an extra Signal account to burn. But yeah, that was an interesting sort of deal. And this guy's just posting a video of like the scene where Anakin Skywalker deletes all the younglings. Oh, yeah, Maya Poet invited me to a space. Signal Gate me members list. I said members. Here is a fresh drop of one of the vetting groups. Every single member. More coming. Stay tuned. I have several more. Cam Higby, thank you for doing the Lord's work. It's just... There's a time and a place when you actually release these sort of things, but the Signal group was actually incredibly open. Like, I mentioned this in my video about the fast action response teams that Antifa has set up. A lot of the stuff they do is incredibly out in the open. Because they don't care about the people who get burned at the bottom. There's no real unity with these people. Why is it that they are so... What's the word I'm looking for here? Stupid. They want to feel like they're part of something. They want to do things that make them feel like they're on the right side of history. And along with that, you have another problem that we have here, and this is also a problem on the right, and that's elite overproduction. A lot of these guys come out to these protests and start working on this crap, and they talk all about this shit all the fucking time, and they don't care about who may get hurt in the process. And the reason why is because they're too busy trying to get their name out there, like freaking William Kelly, who got released, so they can make a little bit of money. And it's stupid. I absolutely hate it. I think it's dumb. But all these people trying to be the next big protest streamer, look at me, I'm on the right side of history. That's the problem. And if you haven't followed Cam, go ahead and do it. All will be revealed. Each area of the city has a signal and several signals. Oh, man. What's going on here? He wasn't even in immigration. He was a fucking prison guard. Turtle leftists almost killed him because he was wearing green. We are fighting people who really cannot read. Okay, that one I kind of understand. But they're still stupid. The donors list from Data Republican. Oh yeah, where were they? Couldn't help but notice they weren't there. I also noticed that there was an MPD officer present and he disappeared. So another thing about this list is that there is talk of police members of the police department being on these Signal apps. Which doesn't surprise me at all. Minnesota State Patrol and DNR were called to assist Minneapolis police with damage to hotel property because, yeah, one of the hotels that they thought Cam Higby and some ICE officers were at was getting raided. Oh. Yeah. I don't know the entire story here. I don't think this is the guy who got his fingers bit off, but yeah, that's the thing that happened. But I give you all the Minneapolis Signal chats. Enjoy, doors unlocked. Yeah, here's the thing. These were all open. You can literally just click and join up. Am I going to do it? No, I don't want them getting a hold of my stuff. I'm not going to risk that. I don't have a burner Signal account. But yep, Signal Messenger group. It's literally that easy. Oh, right side rebel. You evil bitch, you. Ian Miles Chong. This guy. Okay, let me just restart this. Insurrection. God. Insurrectionists fleeing the state/country. A tipster. Bitch tuned needs to. I can't pronounce that. My dyslexia gets the better of me. Message some of the people in one of the MN insurrectionist signal chats. The user indicated that she intends to flee the state because we're in so much trouble. We're all fucked, Sky said, before talking about making contacts in Cuba. Thank you, dude, whose name I cannot pronounce, for the excellent work. And you know what? I gave this guy a follow, but I don't know nothing about him. Wherever she's going, I hope she gets some soap. Contacts in Cuba has me curious. Washington's ghost. Cam Higby is doing God's work. God bless you, Cam. We cannot allow God to do all the work. Wait, oh man, I fucked up the thing. We can't expect God to do all the work. Trying to do the Joshua Graham thing. Anyways, for the next video, I'm going to take a lot of next week off because got some people coming over. So I'm going to be doing some things. I'm also going to be reading Rules for Radicals. Why is the world turning fascist? Because capitalism needs fascism to keep communism at bay. Hope this helps. You know, I've only heard one communist, one person actually describe fascism correctly. And it wasn't this person. Fascism needs capital. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. But that's not. That's not at all. You cannot combine fascism and capitalism because the two systems are inherently not compatible. Because whenever you have fascism, you have a dictator who nationalizes all the industries. That is literally how Benito Mussolini made the trains run on time. Hitler didn't do that till, I think, 1942. But yeah, for the mass majority of the Reich, Hitler did not do that. But, I'm going to go on a giant fucking spiel if I just continue looking at this. But once again, every single time I see somebody type in the word fascist, I already know that they do not know what the fuck they are talking about. Have a good one, guys. Like, share, subscribe. We got merch. We got a bunch of things. Donate, because we are building the Patriot bus. I should actually set a goal for that. Have a good one, guys.